In today's episode of Words on the Street, I visit Cromer in Norfolk. Making my way into Cromer. I haven't looked at a map, but I know there is a beach somewhere, so I think if I walk downhill, then I probably should come to the beach, the pier, and my hotel. I must say it looks very quaint. Some very quaint houses on my left here. That's me in my hotel. I'm staying in Cromer so that I get the best chance to see as many words and expressions as possible. Staying in a very nice hotel overlooking the pier, but unfortunately I've got a room at the back of the hotel, so I'm afraid there are no rooms with a view remaining available. I did ask, but other than that, it's a very nice hotel, lovely room, and I'm looking forward to going out to see what Cromer has to offer. Here on the ground we have some interesting quotes related to Cromer. I find Cromer excellent for writing. Golf better. Oscar Wilde. The purest air wafted on the ocean's bosom. From the pole. John Manning. (1806). And I imagine back in 1806, the air in other places in the UK would be very dirty, as that was during the period of industrial activity, and so places like Cromer would be especially in demand for their fresh air. Here's an interesting one. Boys, toys and models. Notice the spelling of boys. Often we talk about boys' toys for electronic gadgets, but here boys is spelled like the boy, the floating object in the sea. So that's quite an appropriate play on words for this seaside town. That's me had a shower. I have to say it was a lovely shower, very hot water, and I decided to use as much of that hot water as possible in order to make up for the lack of a sea view. Yep, I really enjoyed that hot shower. And now it's time for bed. I've got a hard day tomorrow, pounding the streets of Cromer looking for interesting words and phrases. So I will say good night now. Just one final thing before I go. I used a nice phrasal verb there. I know a lot of you are fans of the phrasal verb. And I used make up for, which is to compensate for. So I told you that I was using a lot of hot water to get the most of my time here in this hotel. So I wanted to make up for, to compensate for the lack of a sea view. Okay, so always we use make up for, meaning to compensate for. Okay, now I will go to bed. Good night. Good morning. Looks like quite a nice day. Notice the interesting collocation here in this sign. Do not interfere with this equipment. The life it saves could be yours. So remember, we use the verb save with a life. To save a life. Now, every town has its problems, every town has its share of antisocial behaviour, and Cromer is no different. Seems idyllic, beautiful little city, but here we obviously have a problem with people filling their crab buckets using these public sinks. You see quite a few of these messages. Please do not fill up your crab buckets using these sinks. So obviously this is something that people do, and it is frowned upon. It is not the correct behaviour. Notice the word crab. And there we see the picture of the crab in this bucket. Well, as we had a look at Cromer Pier, I have to say it's very impressive. Got lots of good shots and found a lot of interesting words, and now I think it's time to look at Cromer Town. Here we are now outside a second-hand bookshop called Bookworms, and a bookworm is a person who likes to spend all their time reading. We call that person a bookworm. So it's a very good name for a bookshop. Here I am outside Mary Jane's fish shop, and here last night I had a very nice fish and chips. On the sign we see joke of the month. What do you call someone who's good at catching fish? And the answer, a net. So a very good fish joke for the month of October. It'll be interesting to see if the jokes are as amusing in the other 11 months of the year. Here we have a very popular gents clothing store on the high street, Dapper Chaps. Dapper means to be very well dressed and elegant. It's a nice adjective. Chap, another name for a man. So Dapper Chaps. Shut today due to unforeseen circumstances. So unforeseen circumstances, something that was not expected, and that's why this shop is closed. we have some more words which are written not on the street but on this pavement here. Cromer is one of the few watering places where in the summer months you can, from the same window, see the sunrise. Of the ocean at morning, and the sun disappear in glory of orange and scarlet in the evening. And that comes from Poppyland by Clement Scott. Well, that's me come to the end of my Cromer expedition. I've had a great time here, found some interesting words on the street, enjoyed looking at this lovely pier that you see behind me, and also I have to say that I would recommend the fish and chips from this town if you're ever here. They are definitely worth a try. Fantastic. See you next time.